Alright, so hopefully we are live right now. Let me know in the live chat, let me know if you can hear me or not, because I haven't done a live stream in a little bit, so just want to make sure everything's going good. So if you guys can, let me know in the live chat if everything's going good. Let's see here. Alright, so everyone can hear me. Alright, cool. Awesome. So I don't have YouTube open at the moment, but alright, cool. I got the live chat going, so going to give a quick shout out to everybody in here. Let's see what we're going on in here. Sorry, this technology isn't really working too well for me today. We got C Breacher was here first. What's going on, man? Josh Scott, Full Drill out, Scale Fire. We got JagFan 85. Jax, we got Pac-Man Jake, Mitch Gibson, what's up Shad, Devontae Smith, Clemson Jacob from the Sports Sphere. Alright, cool. So yeah, I haven't done one of these streams in a good little bit. The reason being is because you know, I was kind of doing these a little bit, you know, for like a little while ago, you know, like before kind of the, you know, during the off season, probably around like June, or probably June was the last time I did one of these, and I had kind of planned to do one like every week. However, they weren't really as popping as I wanted to be just yet, just because there's really not much to talk about kind of in the dead period. So what I did was I just kind of wanted to make my focus on pumping out videos for the time being, until like I was able to kind of get a good like audience. And you know, now that it is the preseason, you know, training camps here, preseason to come about this week, now it'll be time for, you know, these live streams to be kind of what I wanted it to more so be. And you know, that's kind of let you guys call in and kind of let your voices be heard. So you know, it'll start getting pretty excited like from here on out. You know, like we'll be able to have like kind of reactions to different games, kind of air some like grievances and whatnot. So yeah, I plan to do these probably you know, definitely once a week. I'll figure out more of a schedule once the regular season actually gets here. But you know, this Thursday is the first preseason game, and things are really going to get popping. So you know, what we're going to do today is we're going to basically talk about our breakout players, like our breakout candidates for the upcoming season. And you know, just maybe preview the game, this Saints game, a little bit. Now, there's really not like when it comes to the first preseason game, usually starters will play like for a drive or two, then they kind of get off the field. It's usually not until the best preseason game is the third preseason game, and that is when, you know, the starters play the whole first half and then, you know, a drive or two in the third quarter. So that's kind of something to really like look forward to. And you know, one thing that I'm kind of looking forward to, I feel like, with this first game is, what did the Jaguars look like in their new uniforms? Just because, you know, it's easy to say, it's easy to, you know, kind of look at the uniforms and they're all kind of in photo shoots or when they come out and dress like it during a pre-draft party. But you know, what exactly are they going to actually look like when they're all on the field together, repping these new uniforms? Now, I kind of like the uniforms. Of course, they're a lot more simple than a lot of people really wanted them to be, but I like them. You know, like I wasn't a big fan of the old uniforms, definitely not the old helmet, just because, man, there was just a lot going on with them. You know, you got the black to gold, and I just feel like these uniforms now, they could be a real staple. They're not super busy, and they're just bold. I love the big, thick numbers. You know, I definitely love the teal. You know, hopefully we incorporate some teal pants, since teals aren't our primary colors. But however, they did come out with the news that we were able to wear our teal uniforms up to 3 times. So, you know, usually we wear our white uniforms a lot. You know, just because especially during this season, I mean, 3 of our first 4 games were at home during September, October, where it's like the hottest it can be, you know. So
all participants are muted, and they can unmute themselves.
All right, so I got one caller in here real quick. I'm going to, of course, this is going to be your guys' show. You know, this is really, these live calls are really for you guys, man. This is a time for you guys to kind of let your voices be heard and air what you want to say. So I'm gonna let this next caller in. 239. Welcome to the show. Who is this?
Yo, it's Jack.
Hey, what's going on, Jack?
on, bro? How's it going?
Hey, nothing much, man. Just enjoying a Sunday night. Not ready to go to work tomorrow, but, you know, it is what it is.
I feel.
Yeah, man. So what's good with you, man? What you got for the show?
I'm for the breakout candidates. I'm really digging Dede Westbrook right now.
Ooh, Dede. I like Dede, man. If he can, of course, I had the interview with him. So, man, if he goes off, it'll be fun.
I just see the potential in him like so much. When he was in Oklahoma, he got like a lot of awards, I think.
Yeah, when he was out in Oklahoma in 2016, he won the Blitnikoff Award, which is like the best wide receiver in the nation. And then he was like 4th in Heisman voting. And Heisman, you know, not really many wide receivers finish up in the Heisman voting, so that's pretty cool.
I just like people are sleeping on him, just like a lot of people like on the Jaguars that we have. Everybody just sleeps on them, and then once they like break out, they're like, oh wow, look all this talent out of nowhere. But we've been having the talent all along. They just sleep on us the whole time.
Yeah,
it doesn't make sense to me.
Yeah, I mean it'll be interesting, especially with this wide receiver position. You know, just because like there's a lot of different guys that could really break out. I mean, there's no guaranteed #1 player out there right now. There is like, you know, I think the wide receiver that's going to get the best opportunity is probably going to be Dante Moncrief, just because he has good like physical tools. He has the most experience on a team. You know, him and Marquise Lee by far have the most experience, and you know, just Bortles likes his big receivers, so you know he likes being able to dish out the ball to them.
That's true. All right, well I don't have that much time to call because it's adding like 1 cent or I guess whatever. Now it's doing that to my thing, but thanks for having me on to the show.
Yeah, man, thanks for calling, man. Feel free to call in anytime.
Yeah, thank you. Bye.
All right, peace. Yeah, huge shout out to Jack for joining the show. But I'll interact with this live chat real quick, see what's you know, going on in here. Alina's dad says, let's go bust the Saints ass on Thursday. Hell yeah, dude, I'm all about that. We got all these people. Go Cubs. That's a little random. Let me see if I can find a. Oh yeah, full drill. It says Leon Jacobs starting just took Blair Brown's spot. Yeah, and that's kind of something I want to touch on real quick, just because you know, kind of in the offseason, I was kind of projecting like Blair Brown to be that Sam linebacker, even though like I think of, you know, Blair Brown as more of a weak side guy, just because, you know, he's a little lighter, you know, he's kind of quicker on his feet, and then just my whole thing behind it was, so you're going to be telling me that, you know, we had 6 rounds of the NFL draft go by, and we didn't have a guy that we feel comfortable starting at the Sam linebacker position. Right now, the guys that are, you know, in the competition for that spot are Leon Jacobs, our 7th round pick out of Wisconsin, and Brooks Ellis. So like it just seems a little irresponsible to Jaguars to go that long, go throughout all free agency, go 6 rounds of the NFL draft and not have like our starting guy. I don't know. It seems a little weird to me, but you know, I haven't really watched much of Leon Jacobs like tape yet. I'm really interested in seeing him and just breaking him down during the actual you know, preseason game. Hopefully he gets about 3/4 of play in. That's because, I mean, this guy definitely needs it. I mean, I hear he's like played all different kinds of positions in the off season, so you know, or like in college I should say. So I'm really just interested in seeing him, man, just because I mean, he's gonna have potentially a starting spot on like the NFL's best defense. So yeah, I mean, we'll see about that. But we got another caller in on the line that I'm gonna let in here. Hey, 703, who this?
Hello.
Hey, what's going on, man? Welcome to the show. What's your name?
Enzo.
Enzo, what's going on, man? You comment on a lot of my videos.
Yeah, I do.
Hell yeah. So, hey, man, what you got for the show?
Hey, so you know, I've been watching like clips recently of the games, and I noticed like Calais Campbell. Sometimes he looks like he's regressing a little bit. Do you think that's a problem?
Do you have any examples? Just because you mean like maybe later on in the year he started regressing a little bit?
Yeah, he's been regressing a lot.
Yeah, I mean, of course he started off the season with that big like 3-4 sack performance or something like that, but One thing with Calais Campbell is I think that they're going to have to play Devon Smoot a little bit more just to, give this guy a little bit more rest, just because he's out on the field like a lot. And, that starts to wear on you as it goes on. And then you saw in the AFC Championship game, he wound up getting injured. I mean, it just seems like, after playing 19 games, week after week, that kind of stuff takes a toll on your body. And, of course, he's an older guy. So, I really hope that they start playing like Devon Smoot in there a little more, like Taven Bryan a little more, just to be able to, we need this guy to get a little more rest. And, I'm not sure if I really saw like too much like regression, but, maybe potentially he might be getting a little tired, like who knows.
Yeah, he's been on the field a lot.
But yeah, hey, who do you think is going to be the breakout candidate in 2018?
Ooh, DJ Chark.
DJ Chark? Why do you like DJ Chark?
Yeah. You seen those 2 clips with him on Jalen Ramsey?
Yeah, I did, man. There was that one in the corner of the end zone I saw that was super nice.
Yeah, those 2.
But yeah, man, it'll be fun to see him, man. I mean, of course, it's going to be his rookie year. That's a pretty crowded. It's a pretty crowded position unit. So, it'll be fascinating to really see what happens, especially in the preseason, man. I'll be definitely keeping an eye on this wide receiver group during the preseason.
Yeah, I don't think there's going to be a 1,000-yard receiver this year because I think Doug Marrone's going to have like a lot of like substitutions in. Even Shane Wynn.
Yeah.
Alan Lazard, all those other people, they're going to be substituting there a lot.
Yeah, we'll see with that. I really think the guy that's going to make a huge impact on the receiving game is tight end Austin Seferian-Jenkins. I know I'm going to be drafting Austin Seferian-Jenkins in all my fantasy leagues just because he's ranked like the 20th best tight end or something like that. And this guy's going to get a lot of volumes, a lot of receptions. He's going to be a huge red zone target. So that's a real breakout candidate for me.
Yeah, he looks good. He said he's going to have the best year of his entire career.
Yeah, man. I mean, he had a pretty good resurgent year with the Jets, but I really think only the best is ahead for him.
Yep.
Hell yeah. But hey, Enzo, I appreciate you for calling into the show, man. Calling anytime, bro.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, man. Go Jags.
Bye.
All right, so probably an unpopular opinion amongst the group chat or amongst the chat here about Calais Campbell's potentially regressing. I mean, yeah, with Calais Campbell, I did notice a little later on he started to, kind of get injured a little bit more. Not injured, I mean, it looked like he was getting a little tired, but I mean, he still made some plays. Like in a Buffalo game, I thought he was electric. He had that really good shoelace tackle on, who was it, on LaShawn McCoy, the woman beater. I mean, that was intense. Speaking of LaShawn McCoy, I haven't really heard any development with his whole situation now that I think of him, but we'll see. We'll see kind of what happens with that. But we're gonna let the next caller in on the line. 347. Who's this?
It's Devontae. How you doing?
Hey, Devontae. What's going on, man?
It's going good. Well, I want to talk about who my breakout candidate of the year is. I actually have 2.
Let's hear it.
First one I have is Miles Jack. I think he's gonna play a lot better this year.
Okay.
And then my second is it's gonna be Blake Bortles.
Blake Bortles? All right. Yeah. Those are 2 good candidates. Miles Jack, I thought he had a really good year last year, but when in terms of breakout, I think he's going to break out in terms of getting Pro Bowl and All-Pro recognition. But Blake Bortles, man, what do you think about Blake Bortles, man? What kind of year do you think he's going to have?
Well, I think he will have more of a better year because this time he's been in the offense for 1 year. He's going to it again. So he has some familiarity with it. And I think somebody like Austin Seferian-Jenkins will give him that big threat down the red zone for him to throw touchdowns and stuff.
Yeah, man. I mean, with Blake Bortles, man, he got given a lot more receiving options this year just because last year, I mean, he was trying to improve himself, first of all, but also you look at the kind of receivers that he had. I mean, A-Rob out the whole year. You know, Allen Hurns was in and out of the lineup. Marquise Lee kind of was too. And, you know, he was throwing to guys like Max McCaffrey, Crockett, like all these random people that were just coming, you know, Jalen Strong, just all these random people. And also, he didn't have like a good pass-catching tight end. So, man, like, he got some receivers, you know, of course himself. I mean, he's been lighting it up during the, you know, training camp. So I'm really excited to see what Blake Bortles got.
Right. And, you know, also, I'm not saying this to bash Mercedes Lewis. Mercedes Lewis was not that big receiving type tight end. He's more of a blocking tight end.
Oh, yeah, Mercedes Lewis, I mean, when you look at him, he was schemed open a lot. I mean, he was schemed open on play actions just because, you know, he'd go in and do kind of a fake block and then kind of run out. And, you know, I mean, he was really all we had when it comes to big target guys. I mean, before the season, we thought we had Al Robinson. We thought we had Michael Rivera, but both those guys did nothing. You know what I mean? So you took those guys out of the lineup, and it made Mercedes Lewis really had to step up. And I do commend Mercedes Lewis just because he did step up pretty nicely in a position that he really wasn't supposed to be in when the season started, you know?
Right. Well, thanks for having me. I gotta go. I gotta get up for work in the morning.
All right, sounds good, Devontae. I'll catch you later, man.
All right, catch you later. Bye.
But yeah, shout out to Devontae. I do agree with him, man. Like I said about Myles Jack, man, I think he's going to have a huge year this year, man. And I think he's going to be able to get Pro Bowl and All-Pro recognition. Blake Bortles, of course, man. Can you imagine if Blake Bortles is able to play at like a top 10, top 15, or like a Pro Bowl level? We could be freaking dangerous, man. If Blake Bortles can play at that kind of level, man, this team could be lethal. But I'm going to go ahead and let this next caller in on the line. 450, who this?
Hey, what's up, bro? It's Dalton.
Hey, what's going on, Dalton? How you doing, man?
Hey, man, what's up? So your Jaguars actually play my Falcons in week 3, and like you said, that's the week that you know, the Stars play the most. Well, you know, what matchups are you looking forward to that game?
Well, it's got to be Jalen Ramsey, Julio Jones. I mean, you've got, you know, a top 5 corner versus a top 5 like receiver. I posted on Twitter earlier ranking Julio as I think the number 4 guy, and I got a lot of flack from Falcons fans. But nevertheless, man, Julio's a great guy, a great receiver. You know, I'm looking forward to just the Jaguars defense versus the Falcons offense because, you know, they've got all kinds of weapons out there. You know, they got Sanu. They just drafted that Ridley from Alabama. You know, they got the two-headed duo between, you know, Freeman. They got Tevin Coleman, and not to mention a potential like Hall of Fame quarterback in Matt Ryan. So, I mean, just the Jags defense versus the Falcons offense, man. That's gonna be dope, man. Who are you looking out for?
Yeah, man, that's an easy one, but I'm hoping our defensive line can, you know, show up against the Jags offensive line, which I actually think is pretty good. I'd put the Jags offensive line definitely top 10 with the addition of Andrew Norwell now. Yeah,
man. I like when you look at it, man. Like the Jaguars offensive line, I think, can be really good. I mean, last year I was so scared about them, but you know, the left side of our offensive line between Cam Robinson, then Andrew Norwell, and Brandon Linder at center, that's super solidified. And then you have Reichard AJ actually playing really good in the training camp, and of course he's coming up on a contract year, so you should only expect like the best out of him. And yeah, like it's gonna be exciting, man.
Yeah, for some reason I don't know why, but like Pro Football Focus has Cam Robinson like ranked like really badly, but I thought he did really well.
Yeah, man, it's I'm pumped, man. Like with AJ Cann, the thing about him was he was just kind of inconsistent, man. Like one game he played good, the next game he played kind of bad, and you know, we'll see what we get out of AJ Cann. But still, man, the state of the offensive line in the NFL really is not all that great. So hopefully, you know, hopefully Jaguars can like prevail and be one of the top teams, just because that'll make our running game that much better, and plus we got some wide receivers. I mean, Jags are loaded with talent, man, and I actually have the Jags versus Falcons as my Super Bowl pick.
Yeah, I can definitely see that happening. I mean, if you think about it, the Jags had a lot of injuries along the offensive line last season, if I remember that correctly, right?
Can you say that one more time? Sorry.
Didn't the Jags have a lot of injuries on the offensive line last season?
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't too much, but I mean, there are still guys that were kind of in and out with like injury. But usually with offensive lines, it's kind of how it works, is because they're right in the trenches, and offensive linemen just get hurt a lot. But I mean, luckily we didn't have any guys that were like missing the whole entire season or nothing like that.
Yeah, you guys were able to power through. To answer your question about a breakout player for the Jags, I actually think if Dante Fowler gets enough snaps, he could be a double-digit sack guy. I mean, being a Florida fan, I know he has the physical, ability to do that.
Yeah, the thing with Dante Fowler is he's kind of a third down specialist, so he doesn't really get as many snaps to really prove himself or get that opportunity. But I mean, he had 8 sacks last season. He should hopefully get better. I mean, right now he's on the PUP for being injured, so I heard he's lost a good amount of upper body strength, so hopefully he's able to kind of regain some of that back. But I mean, the good thing about him is he learned a lot. He learned a lot of pass rushing technique when he was out that before the 2017 season started. So that was really good with him.
Yeah. What are your thoughts on Taven Bryan? Have you seen him flash in training camp at all?
I mean, I hear he's been doing good, but I've only been able to make it to one training camp practice, which really sucks, just running this YouTube channel and having the common fan be able to go out there, and even media people, just because I feel like I'm at a huge disadvantage. But still, I mean, I'm hearing good things about him. I mean, they're playing him at defensive tackle, defensive end. They're kind of moving him all around the line. So, I mean, I hear he's a physical beast. He's got all kinds of potential. So, I'm really excited to, kind of see what they decide to do with him.
Yeah, I went to the scrimmage the other day, and I mean, he was whipping ass. He's not really refined. He doesn't use his hands a lot, but just his pure speed and strength. I mean, if they could get him to be efficient at defensive tackle and defensive end, between him and Calais Campbell moving around and everything, you get a lot of mismatches that way.
Yeah, I mean, Taven Bryan, I mean, think about him. He's so quick off the ball, man. I mean, he can, if you look at his helmet during when the ball is snapped, I mean, he's literally always the first one through. He gets really good penetration, and when they drafted him, he was a big kind of potential kind of guy, kind of like when they drafted J.J. Watt. Houston Texans fans were a lot like Jaguar fans, and they were like, who the hell is this guy? What a terrible pick. But he can turn. I'm not trying to put him in that J.J. Watt category, but I mean, that's the kind of pick he was, where it's okay, let's draft this guy based off potential, and he could become pretty lethal.
Yeah, man. Honestly, I thought my Falcons were going to pick him up where we were ahead of you guys, but we passed him up for Calvin Ridley, and I think he's gonna work out for you guys. Another guy that you guys took that I was hoping my Falcons would get is Leon Jacobs. I heard you say you didn't know a lot about him, but trust me, this guy, he fits right in. He's really fast, he's really strong. The only thing that sort of made him fall in the draft was I'm pretty sure he got injured, and like you said, he played 2 different spots. But if he, from what I'm hearing, Miles Jack had a press conference today, and he said mentally he's got everything down. So it sounds like he'll be a third linebacker.
Yeah, I mean, he's a weight room specimen. But yeah, I mean, that's one guy I'm really going to be trying to break down once the preseason starts. Is just what exactly this guy's gonna be doing, just because he's gonna have a pretty big role for a rookie, a 7th round rookie. I mean, he's going to be starting on a top 3 defense in the NFL. Of course, he's only going to be playing 30% of snaps since he's at that Sam position. But man, he's going to have a lot, on his plate this season.
Yeah, I mean, if you get anything out of him being a 7th round pick, that's an absolute steal. I mean, he ran a 4.48. I think Telvin Smith ran in the 4.4s, and so did Miles Jack. So you guys definitely have the fastest linebacking core by far.
Hell yeah, man! I love the core. But hey, Falcons Fury Dalton, man, I'll catch you later. I'm gonna get to this chat real quick. But thanks for calling in, bro.
Yeah, man. See you, bro.
Later. Yeah, huge shout out to Dalton from Falcons Sphere in here. We actually got Voch Lombardi up in the chat with the Project Illuminati. Cool with the Doski Woskis. What's going on, man? People were asking for this Yannick Ngakoue film room. I know. Voch Lombardi loves his Yannick Ngakoue. He loves his guys in the trenches. So, shout out to him for joining the chat. But yeah, man, Leon Jacobs, man, that's him. That's one guy I'm going to be really looking after, and also, I want to see this second-year running back out of Oregon State. His name is Tim Cook. Just because, last year the Jaguars had 4 running backs on their, on their roster with Fournette, Ivory, Yeldon, and Corey Grant. But they cut Ivory and haven't really replaced him with anybody. And Tim Cook has a really similar style of play as Fournette does. So, that's one thing that I've got to, I really want to look at, just because, that's a pretty good, battle going on. But, I have some people talking about, Andrew Luck. Yeah, I mean, Andrew Luck, man. We'll see what happens with this guy, man, because I hear he's back at the, he's back at practices, and he's actually like throwing the ball pretty decent. And man, if he can go in there and actually be pretty like decent and play back to his level, man, we got another potential contender in the AFC South. Just because when you look at their offensive line now, I mean, at center you've got what's that guy? Ryan Kelly at center. He's a really good player. Of course, they got Quentin Nelson, who's like an all-pro guard of the future. And they also got, I forget his name, but he was a guard out of Georgia. They drafted them with a top pick in the second round. So, man, I mean, with their interior, their offensive linemen, they are strong. So, definitely, if you're looking for a fantasy sleeper, look out for Marlon Mack. But I still think that they are kind of lacking on the defensive side. They don't really have many playmakers. Of course, I like their first-round pick in last year's draft. What's that guy's name? I'm kind of blanking on him right now. But he's a really good free safety. He can play sideline to sideline, which is so rare in having a free safety. But, Malik Hooker. Thanks, Devontae. Yeah, Malik Hooker, he's an extremely good guy, but ironically enough, he tore his AC. I think it was his AC. He tore his ACL or something like that when Keelan Cole was, when he was guarding Keelan Cole. So ended his year short. But you know what I mean. We got a potential sleeper in the Colts if Andrew Luck can stay at his level. But I still kind of doubt their defense a little bit. I mean, they don't really have much going on over there. So, Jason Morgan says, "What's your take on the London game when my Eagles face your Jags?" I mean, you're playing at the Jacksonville second home, man. Like, they play, even when the Jaguars are terrible, they play really good in London. And with it being the Eagles' first game. With it being the Eagles' first game over in London, man, I mean, you guys are at kind of a disadvantage, if I can say so myself. But, I mean, of course, you guys are still the Eagles. You guys are still the defending Super Bowl champions. You guys potentially got better this offseason. Didn't really lose many guys, but it's going to be an exciting game, man. And I look forward to. Is that a 9? Hopefully that's a 9:30 game. I love those 9:30 kickoffs just because I love waking up and immediately getting my football in. But Bronzatron, UCF Jags prediction for the Texans. Texans are an interesting team, man, just because they are electric with Deshaun Watson, and they also have the number 2 wide receiver, I feel, in the NFL with DeAndre Hopkins. I took a lot of heat when I said that on Twitter today. I got a lot of heat from Falcons fans thinking Julio Jones is the number 2 guy, but I got to give that to D-Hop just because he's wide receiver, or he's quarterback proof. I mean, the only quarterback he played bad with was Brock Osweiler, but I doubt their offensive line. I don't think their offensive line is good at all, and I think Jaguars' defensive line is the best in the NFL, and I just don't know how they're going to be able to block the Jaguars' D-line. I mean, you saw the very first game of last season, the Jaguars got 10 sacks on them, but I don't know, man. If Deshaun Watson can run for his life and play kind of like Russell Wilson does, then it could be dangerous. But the Texans, man, they are a team that's got a really high ceiling, but also a low floor, I feel, just because Deshaun Watson, he did really good last year, but I don't know how anyone can actually continue that play over the course of like a whole entire season. And when you looked at him, he played outstanding. However, the record for that team was 3-3. So I don't know if that says something about the talent around him. When Deshaun Watson wasn't starting, the team only got 1 win. So I don't know what to expect kind of out of Deshaun Watson and what kind of consistency he'll be able to have. Christopher Webb just says Corey Coleman has been traded to the Bills. Interesting. That's interesting. The Browns do have a pretty crowded wide receiver core. I'll be interested to see how all of that goes down on Hard Knocks. But they got Josh Gordon, they've got Jarvis Landry, they've got Antonio Callaway from Florida. So I don't doubt that happened, man. I could see that. Alina's dad just mentioned Ronnie Harrison, and that brings up a good point about Ronnie Harrison. I hear he's been doing pretty good for the Jaguars, like in training camp and stuff. I just don't know how he will be able to kind of see the field just if Barry Church and Tashawn Gibson do stay healthy. Could he potentially go in on like nickel packages? I don't know. With me, I'll be interested in, I would like to ask somebody like maybe Tony Boselli or Jeff Logman, like, how can you get this guy on the field? Just because, like, in my eyes, I don't see how you'd be able to do it unless one of those guys is injured. You know what I mean? P. Priceman says, off subject, Browns win division by next year. Mark my words. Yeah, I actually predicted the Browns to win a wild card spot. I like their team. I like some of the talent that they do have. Believers talk. You worried about the injury bug hitting you guys? Let's see. Hitting you guys. Bills trade. Injury bug hitting you guys this year. Bills trade. Haha. Had the Bills been kind of getting the injury bug? I don't know. Like, hopefully the injury bug doesn't hit us. Luckily, it hasn't happened yet. Literally every day I get worried that I'm going to hear like a guy gets injured or goes out with an ACL tear. You look over at the freaking. You look over at the Chargers camp, man. People are dropping like dead bodies, man. Like there's a plague over there, man. And it's scary, man. It really is. Like, I'm just worried one of these days I'm gonna look on Twitter and be like, Miles Jack goes down holding knee, non-contact. I'll be like, no, that'd be terrible. But keep our fingers crossed. I'm not gonna knock on wood because I don't think I'm not superstitious, and knocking on anything ain't gonna change anything. But yeah, Jalen Ramsey tore his ACL. Man, get your ass out of here. Scout San, are you concerned at all about the nickel corner? I think Coleman was underrated in that spot, and DJ Hayden worries me. Yeah, I'm a little worried about the nickel spot just because, Aaron Colvin, not only was he good in pass coverage, but he was also good in like being able to tackle guys kind of coming up in the in running backs. He was a really good tackler. He was really good off the blitz. He got all kinds of sacks, and yeah, but at the same time, man, if the worst part about our defense is our nickel cornerback spot, then I think we have it. I think we have it pretty good. Let's see. Noja Cuz says, UCF Jaguar. What's going on, man? Francois getting hurt was Jimbo's fault. Who knows? Christopher Columbus, what's good, man? Falcons Fury's back up in here. Bronzatron, I was buying a Deshaun Watson jersey when I heard about this ACL tear. I cry every time. Yeah, man, that must have sucked just because when he went down with the ACL tear, everyone knew their season was over. You know what I mean? And then, I think before that, J.J. Watt and Merciless both went down in like the same game. And, they were definitely like the most injured team last year because you also had Foreman get injured. You had their Cushing, he got injured. I'm not even sure if Cushing is I'm not even sure if he's like even on a team right now, but Jags fan, UCF Jag, you got good seats for the New York Giants game. Yeah, man, week 1 I'm going to the Giants game. That'll be a lot of fun, and then week 5 I'll be going to the Chiefs game. So I'm super pumped, man. This August needs to go by quick so September can get here, and my Sundays can't be as boring as it was today. I'm lost without football on Sundays, man. But yeah, if anyone wants to call in, the phone lines are open to you if you want to give me your your breakout candidate for 2018, holla at your boy. Benjamin Horsley, J.J. Watt is always hurt. Yeah, man, J.J. Watt, he had some back problems a couple years ago. Last year, I think he had like I think it was Merciless that had the pectoral tear, or he had an ACL tear or something like that. But SLC Seahawk, what's going on, man? He says 5 ex-UCF players now on the Seahawks roster. Yeah, man. Seahawks, UCF is representing on the Seahawks, so that's really cool. They'll probably have 3 starters. It's looking like Shaquem Griffin is doing pretty good over there. I saw him get an interception in practice, and it's cool, man. I love me some Shaquem Griffin. And actually, ESPNU was replaying the top 25 games of the 2017 college football season, and UCF was the number 3 game, so I got to watch that this year, the number 1 regular season game, and it was a good game, man. Being able to play on, on an actual like Black Friday. There really wasn't much going on Black Friday with not many college football games on, but they were representing, man, and it was a good time to be able to get some recognition from my guys at UCF. Bronzatron says Javion Clowney will be better than Campbell. Mark my words. We'll see, man. I mean, he's a lot younger, so but their responsibility is a little different. Javion Clowney is more about getting his responsibility is more about getting after the quarterback, while Campbell kind of plays that strong side spot, being able to protect the run, but he did pretty good with getting pressure on a quarterback. That's for sure. But I'm gonna let this next caller in. Yo, 352. Who this?
Yo, what's up, man? It's Listen Daily.
Hey, what's going on, man? How are you?
Hey, I'm good. How you doing?
I'm good, man. What you got for the show?
You talking about breakout candidates? I was gonna throw in Ronnie Harrison, 3rd round pick this year in the draft.
Ronnie Harrison. So how do you feel Ronnie Harrison? Like, how do you think he's gonna get on the field? Do you think he's gonna take Barry Church's spot?
Yeah, either that or, God forbid, some kind of injury. I know guys tend to get banged up through the season, so either he shows them out in practice throughout the season, or an injury puts him on the field.
Yeah, man. It's interesting because I hear a lot of good things about Ronnie Harrison. I'm just perplexed on how the hell he's gonna get on the field if these guys do stay healthy. But hopefully maybe they can put in some nickel packages for him. We'll see, man. It's an interesting case for sure, being able to get a best available player like Ronnie Harrison. Of course, he was ranked as a top 20, 25 prospect by a lot of people. So I'm really fascinated to kind of see how they decide to use him.
Yeah, he's an absolute steal. Just our recent luck with 3rd rounders and Yannick Ngakoue. So maybe the magic can continue.
Yeah, man. I mean, we're able to get some pretty good late round picks, and it's been kind of coming into fruition a lot, just especially in 2017 when it finally seemed like our draft picks were paying off.
Yeah.
But yeah, man. Hey, I appreciate you for calling in, man. Definitely call in whenever you can, bro.
Hey, no problem.
All right, peace.
All right, later.
All right, now we're going to go to our next caller. We're gonna go to the 870. 870. Who this?
Hey, what's up, bro? This is Jeffrey Grissom.
Hey, Jeffrey Grissom. What's going on, man? I always see you up in the comment section. What's good with you?
Not much, man. Hey, I just wanted your opinion on how do you feel about playing Ronnie Harrison in the slot, as far as playing safety? Because I feel as though he can play a whole lot better, playing the slot than playing safety. That's my opinion, though.
Yeah, man, I'm interested to kind of see I'm gonna have to really look at him once kind of the preseason start and kind of his style of play. Of course, in college he was kind of being noted as more of a box safety kind of guy, but I'm hearing out at camp that he's doing really good covering players. But yeah, with him, man, I mean, if he can cover some tight ends, get in there and cover those guys, I mean, it'll be hard for me to see him overthrowing a guy like Barry Church, as with Barry Church is being a veteran and kind of the leadership that he does bring. But if he comes down in the slot, that could be replacing a nickel guy. But I don't know, man. That's one, like the whole Ronnie Harrison thing, man. That's one situation that I'm just like super perplexed by, just because I don't know what kind of role to expect him to have this upcoming season.
Oh yeah, man. Like I feel as though, man, like he's a great fit for us. But I feel as though, like, just like you say, you know, we gotta get him on the field, you know. 'Cause I mean, like, it don't make any sense, you know, drafting a player, you know, in the 3rd round and like you don't play him, you know, you gotta put him out there.
Well, one thing when it comes to drafting guys like that, like for example, when you look at our roster right now, you have, you know, what you had to do when you're a good team with a lot of contracts, you've got to be able to draft to replace those guys on big deals. Like, I fully expect this to be Barry Church's last, you know, year on the team, and then Ronnie Harrison's going to be able to slide over there and replace him. You know, I very much expect Taven Bryan to eventually replace a guy like Marcel Darius or like Avery Jones, and you know, DJ Chark to replace like Dante Moncrief. So like you're gonna see, like, a lot of people talk about this window that the Jaguars have, and I disagree with the whole like window talk, just because if you draft well, then you can, you know, be good for as long as you really can, but you got to be able to hit on your draft picks. Like, the draft is so important because you're able to bring these guys in on, like, you know, cheap deals to really be able to open up like the cap for you, you know.
Right. And while we're on call, I got a funny story about Dede Westbrook, because I be commenting like on your videos a lot, because like I played in junior college and I actually played against him, because like before he went to Oklahoma, he actually went to Glenn, and I actually played against him. Because I went to Arkansas Baptist College.
Okay.
And I played against him in Glenn, and we had this starting corner. His name was I ain't gonna say his name. It's not online, but we had our starting corner, and he was good because like he was getting a lot of looks from like D1 AA, D1 college and stuff like that, and he was our best corner, and he was lined up against Dede the whole game. I swear to the good Lord above, he scored 10 touchdowns in one game.
My God.
We lost the game 80-0. He scored 10. Like, I'm not even lying. Like, he was dominating. You know, he wouldn't even let the second string guys get in. You know, like, that guy is an animal. And I can't wait to see that guy play, you know, for the Jags. Man, I mean, like, he's a monster.
Yeah, I remember you commenting that on my video, and you're probably like sitting there like, how can we let this receiver go out there and do that? But then all of a sudden, next thing you know, you see this guy at Oklahoma winning Blitnikoffs and lighting up Division I, you know, the Big 12. So you're like, yeah, this guy's just that good.
Oh yeah, man, that guy was an animal, man. I mean, that guy, like, he didn't show us any mercy.
Yeah, the next thing you know, he gets drafted to your favorite team, so that's probably pretty cool.
Heck yeah, you know, I said the same thing, man. Like, man, like this is surreal, man. Like, how did I play against this guy 2 years ago, and now he's drafted to my favorite team? Like, I even shook his hand one time too, you know. But I mean, like that guy, man, like he's a cool guy, but he flips the switch when he gets on the football field. That's for sure. Yeah,
man, he was super cool. I remember when I was having like my interview with him, I was a little nervous about him just because, you know, I heard when he was getting drafted, you know, I heard all these reports that he has all these like character concerns. Like, there were scouts, NFL scouts, saying at the combine that this guy's like scum of the earth or something like that, and like, you know, that this guy's just like trash. So I'm sitting there like, you know, hopefully this guy's cool. But yeah, man, he was in there, man. He was like sitting back, like relaxing, joking with all of us, man. He literally couldn't have been like any cooler when we were over at the thing, because, you know, he did my interview, then he went and played Madden with like this one dude that drove like from Kentucky to come play with him, but then he signed all these like autographs. And yeah, man, I mean, he was a cool ass dude for sure.
Oh yeah, man. Most definitely, man. Like, I don't know him personally, but I can tell that the guy's a great person.
Yeah, I mean, he's a cool ass dude. I mean, if you saw my interview, of course, he has that whole story behind the Go Crazy. I didn't know anything about the Go Crazy thing, and then he's sitting there at the beginning of the interview talking about that. I'm sitting there like, bro, like, this is heavy shit, you know?
Oh yeah, most definitely. I got one more question though, UCF.
Yeah, man.
How do you feel about Allen Lazard? Because like he's a big receiver, and I think he helps out a lot, you know. But I mean, how do you feel about him?
Like with Allen Lazard, I feel like the Jags are going to keep 6 receivers on the team. And with Allen Lazard, like, his way to get on the team is if they can trust, like, Dede Westbrook to be the starting punt returner and, like, Marquise Lee to be their backup. Just because, you know, you have 5 guys that are locked into spots with Moncrief, Marquise Lee, Dede Westbrook, Keelan Cole, and DJ Chark. So there's that 6th spot that's open, but, you know, you have Rashad Green and Jadon Mickens battling for that punt return spot. You know, Lazard isn't really a punt returner. And, like, one thing that I was bringing up is, what if they're not going to do it now because, like, they would have already done it, but, you know, what if they were to move that guy to, like, a tight end position just because he has the big kind of body for it. But, you know, I saw when at the one practice that I did go to, you know, I saw him kind of alligator arm a couple of, like, passes, and, you know, I think he's a perfect candidate for, like, the practice squad. But, you know, I think that if you know, if like Dede Westbrook or something like that doesn't win a punt return job, like, you know, that's Jadon Mickens and Rashad Green's way onto the team is getting that 6th spot to be like the punt returner. So, you know, I honestly don't see him making the team.
Oh my goodness, man. I feel as though, man, like I was saying this the other day, like I feel as though, like if he do make the team, I think things like he could probably be better than Allen Robinson. I said it, but like that's my opinion, though. I mean, like he's pretty, you know, he's pretty big, you know. But I mean, like, I don't know, man. Like NFL, like it's a business, so I'm not sure. You know, like he might get cut, but if he gets cut or if we keep him, I hope that we utilize him.
But here's the thing about wide receivers is they really show out in the preseason. You know what I mean? I mean, you saw Keelan Cole make the team through the preseason. You saw Allen Hurns, 2 undrafted guys that showed a lot in the preseason and made their way on the roster. So, you know, this guy's got 4 preseason games to really prove himself and earn that spot. So, you know, he's one guy that you're really going to want to, like, keep an eye out on just because, you know, that's, you know, their way to really make it on the team, man, show out in these preseason games.
Oh yeah. You know, I mean, like I can't wait, man. Like for the game come Thursday. Like I think you play the Saints.
Yeah, we play.
I told my mom.
Yeah, we play the Saints, and I'm gonna. If this game's on cable over here, I'll actually be like doing live stream reactions for everyone in the chat. You know, if this game's on cable, which I'll figure out soon, I will definitely be, you know, streaming that game with my brother, doing live reactions, play, and all that good stuff. So that'll be a lot of fun.
Heck yeah, man. I mean, like they never show Jaguars games like on you know, free cable, bro. Like I don't know what it is about that, man. But I mean, like they always never give like our Jag love, man. Like they always like showing like a Patriots versus the Bills and Miami versus the Cincinnati or something like that, man. Like they rarely show Jags games.
Yeah, over in Orlando, they're contractually obligated to show all the Jaguars away games. So, like back when they were like 0-8, there were so many people complaining about, why are you showing the Jags game? We want to see this game, and they literally had to put out a tweet, guys, we are contractually obligated to show all the Jaguars away games. I'm sitting there like, I don't care, do it.
That's crazy, bro. But hey, man, I appreciate talking to you though, man.
Oh yeah, man. This is I like doing these, you know, live call-in shows because it kind of gives me time to, you know, chance to interact with the fans. Is because, you know, this is a big reason why I did it. I wanted interaction. I love the comment section. You know, I don't live in Jacksonville, so this kind of gives me a good opportunity to kind of interact with, you know, Jaguar fans out there. You know.
Oh yeah, man. And I said this last week. I said that if you see us keep doing this stuff, man, the Jaguars gonna wind up hiring them.
Hey man, you know, so they know where to find me.
Oh yeah, man. You keep doing what you're doing, man. They're gonna give you a call one day. Seriously.
Hey man, I sure hope so, man. It'd be a dream job, man. It'd definitely be. I'm an accountant right now, so it'd definitely be better than pushing numbers all day.
Heck yeah, man. Hey man, I mean, it's certainly possible, man. Like you pray about it, man. It'll happen to you. It'll happen.
Yeah, man, I'm going to keep putting work in. Hopefully this channel will grow a lot during the season. Got a lot of fun stuff planned, so, you know, I just need September to get here, you know, so I can get it all out there.
Oh, yeah, man. I can't wait for it, too, bro. But, hey, man, I'm going to let you go, man, because, like, I know, like, you got a whole lot of other calls, you know, like, waiting for you, bro. So I'm going to go back, probably get something to eat, and I don't know, probably watch anime later.
All right, sounds good. Hey, Jeffrey, I appreciate you for calling in, man.
All right, bro. Take care.
All right, peace. Huge shout out to Jeffrey for calling in, man. That's what it's all about, man. Love interacting with the people. You know, whether it be Jags fans or we even have like Eagle fans come in here, like this guy Philly 500. Man, oh, he's in the chat right now. What's up, Dingback? Yeah, huge shout out to Jeffrey, man. Good stuff. He actually played against Dede Westbrook in high school, or college, I should say, in junior college. So that's pretty cool. But you know, let's see what's going on up in the live chat. We got Mike Nixon. What's going on, UCF? Love your videos. I'm a Giants fan. Best luck to y'all. I think it's gonna be a good game. But I go winning by 6 points. But yeah, with that New York Giants game fascinates me, man, because we have no idea what kind of team the Giants are going to be. Usually they're a team that likes to throw it 40, 50 times a game, just air it out. But now they have Pat Shurmur in there. He has a new philosophy of like being able to, build the run game. Of course, they drafted Saquon Barkley in the first round. They go out and get Will Hernandez in the second round. They get Nate Solder over from the Patriots in free agency. And man, they're loading up, man, on on offensive linemen and obviously the run game. So. Oh man, that's going to be fascinating. Actually, Brett Coleman, I think, is going to do a whole breakdown on that. So I'm definitely be interested in seeing that, what he thinks of that game. But it's going to be fascinating, man. But it could go either way. I definitely hope the Jaguars win because I'm going to be at that game. So they better win because I don't want to go all the way up to the Northeast and come back a loser because I'm not a loser. Okay, I'm a winner. That's what my daddy tells me, so that's all good. All right, let's see what else we got going on in here. We got D Royal 904 throwing up a Duval. What's going on, Duval? Charlie says Saquon will get off to a slow start. I agree with you. Against our defense, hell yeah. Yeah, and Philly 500, I'm glad you brought that up. Brian Dawkins, he's actually from Raines High School. I watched that speech last night. He's actually the only speech I watched, man. It was... Oh, man, that guy sounded like a preacher out there, man. I mean, he was inspiring. We talked about his times at Raines High. He gave out a Duval. And one cool thing about the Duval was you heard other people echoing in the crowd Duval. So, I don't know if there were people from Jacksonville that drove up there for that. There were a good amount of Duvals. I mean, you could definitely hear it on the TV. So, that was super cool. But I'm going to allow in the next caller. Hey, 442, who this?
Hey, what's up, man? It's Shout.
Hey, what's up? Is it Shouty?
Yeah, Shouty.
Yeah, I got your name wrong last time. But it's all good. I got it right this time.
Yeah, you got it right. It's all good. I just wanted to see. I came in late. I don't know if you talked about Austin Seferian-Jenkins yet, but what you think about him this year?
Yeah, man. I mean, I actually put up a video about Seferian-Jenkins a few weeks before the training camp started, and I think this guy's going to be a freaking beast for us this year, man. I mean, you look at it, and we've never really had that good. I mean, if you look at the top tight ends in Jaguars history, you have Kyle Brady in the early 2000s, you have Mercedes Lewis, and you don't have anybody else. I mean, they tried to bring in Julius Thomas to be that guy. He didn't turn out to be that guy, but man, we got a center of the field threat. I think he's going to be huge and get a lot of receptions, a big red zone threat, and I mean, he's looking really good out there, man. I really think that Austin Seferian-Jenkins is going to be able to play at a Pro Bowl level this year.
Yeah, that's for sure, man. I'm excited for Leon Jacobs, man. He just looks like a mini Hulk or something, man. He's a beast, man. And Miles Jack, I seen the press of Miles Jack talking about him today. I mean, to say that he was doing better than he was, when Miles Jack started. I mean, that's something.
Yeah, I mean, the guy, he should be a quick learner. I mean, I don't think he played. I don't know if he played. It was that he didn't play football for all that long, or that he played a bunch of different positions at Wisconsin. But man, I mean, I'm hearing some good things about him. Like I said, man, I don't really watch much tape of him at Wisconsin, but I'm going to be watching the heck out of this guy once the preseason starts, and maybe I'll put out a film room on him just because I know a lot of people are curious about him. Just because we drafted this guy in the 7th round of the draft, and all of a sudden he's going to be inserting into the starting lineup on the best defense in the NFL. I mean, it's kind of crazy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, definitely, man. That was a steal. I was shocked, really. I mean, Dave Caldwell continues to impress every year.
It's kind of funny when you look at it, just because you're going to think about, who's going to be automatically inserted as starters in week 1 in the draft that we just got. And it's going to be both of our 7th round picks with our punter and like Leon Jacobs. It seems a little twisted.
Yeah. Yep. I hope he's a better punter than Norman.
Oh yeah, I
hope so.
Norman was so like hit and miss, but I mean I heard at the scrimmage he was putting all these balls in like the 5-yard line.
His first year here, I don't know what happened to him.
Yeah, he kind of fell off, and like I mean he had some terrible games. I mean Norman, I don't know what the hell happened to him. I just don't understand how if you're a punter like how you can be so inconsistent. I mean, you sit there. I can see with a kicker just because like nerves get to them, and it's a lot more pressure if you're a kicker. But if you're a punter, man, just punt the shit out of the ball.
Just kick the shit out of the ball. That's your job.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not.
I don't know.
Yeah, man, I'm not much of. I don't know not much about being a kicker or punter, but I would think that it's just punting the damn ball. But who knows?
Good luck to Logan. I hope he makes it for us.
Yeah, man. Luckily, we don't have a Ferrari, but we got a Lambo, and our kicker's freaking money. So,
I'm so happy we got rid of Myers.
Yeah, I mean that was a huge pickup for us, man. We picked up him, in the middle of the season, and I think he only missed like 1 field goal. And we picked up Jadon Mickens to be like a punt return, and he turned out he was pretty good at the beginning of the year. Of course, he got kind of sketchy at the end of the season with the fumbles that he had and stuff like that. But I mean, he was a pretty good pickup for us as well.
Yep, definitely. And I mean, that's any thoughts that you got? That's pretty much all I had. I had a couple questions.
Yeah, man. Hey, man, I appreciate you for calling in, man. Like doing these shows, like hearing, like hearing from the people that watch a channel, and it's gonna be a fun season, man.
Hey, man, good luck to you on the show. I seen your Dede Westbrook interview. I liked that.
Yeah, man, it was a cool interview, man. I was a little nervous, not gonna lie, but I think it came out pretty well.
Definitely did. All right, man. Appreciate you having me on the show.
All right, Shoddy, man. I'll catch you later, bro.
All right.
Huge shout out to Shoddy V for calling in. Let's see what's going on with the live chat. We got the Bronzatron, man. This is he's actually a Texans fan who checks out all my videos. So shout out to him, man. SLC Seahawk. I wish the Seahawks would have gotten ASJ. I was pretty surprised that they didn't get him, just because he went to Washington, and I mean he went to the University of Washington, and like he went and visited them first and then came to Jacksonville. I figured he wasn't going to leave there without a contract, but Randy's Nuts is in here. What's going on, man? Huge shout out to Randy's Nuts, man. If you check out his Instagram, actually check out my Instagram at UCF_Jaguar. Really trying to build that up. I posted a picture with Randy. He's got a really good peanut shop over on Racetrack Road on the south part of Jacksonville, kind of near 95. So definitely go check him out, man, and let him know that UCF sent you. He's got good stuff. He's a big Jaguars fan, so I got these bowl peanuts from him, man. There was like pulled chicken in there, man. I was living the life, man, but I don't got no bowl of peanuts now. I devoured that up after like a day. All right, we got Cash Money. What do you think Fournette's floor and ceiling this year? Fournette, if he stays healthy, man, he should be getting about 20 touches a game. So, maybe his ceiling could be like 1,300 yards. His floor is however much he gets injured. Of course, Fournette is kind of known to get injured a lot, unfortunately. But we'll kind of see with Fournette. But he kind of has that running style where he does get hurt a lot. But he's a beast. He lost a lot of weight. He's at like 225 or something like that. Apparently he was 225 in high school, which is scary to think about. Probably one of the reasons why he was like the top 3 recruit in the nation. But yeah, we'll kind of see what happens with him. Christopher Columbus said, tried calling in for you, brother, but that automatic bitch would not put me through. Are you guys having a problem? Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how. I don't know what the deal with that is, but sorry about that. Maybe I don't know how much. I don't know how to work this thing really. It seems like other people are getting through okay, so I don't know. Maybe try again. Love to talk to you, bro. what's called? We got, of course, Randy. Johnny says, who's getting Madden 19? I'm gonna definitely get Madden 19 for myself. Got the Xbox One. I just got a Xbox Live. I got an Xbox One a month or two ago. If you guys wanna call me, or not call me, but if you guys want to add me, it's UCF space Jaguar. Although I will let you know that it's usually my brother playing. Honestly, 95% of the time it's not even me playing. So you might add me and try to invite me, but it's not going to be me. So once Madden comes out, I'm definitely be hitting up that game. So that'll be a lot of fun. Let's see what else we got in here. I'll probably stay on the stream for another 10 minutes. Let's see how many people we got watching this. 46 people watching. Oh man, I appreciate all you guys for stopping by, man. I'm gonna definitely get a schedule for this once the season gets here. We'll figure out a good time to really do these. I haven't really thought about it yet, but I'm gonna have a schedule. Have my game recaps, have the call-in show, the previews to be coming out. It's gonna be a lot of fun, man, and I just need the NFL season to get here because Sundays are depressing without football. I think all you football fans can agree with me on there. What's called? 1,300 seems kind of low ceiling, assuming he's healthy. I expect him to make a huge jump. Yeah, we'll see with him. I think he's going to contribute a lot in the passing game, and I don't know if they're going to be spelling him at all with giving Yeldon some carries, maybe even Corey Grant. But we'll see with him. It's hard to me to kind of project how much he'll be getting, but I definitely expect him to exceed 1,000 yards again. Let's see. Scouse Sam says, do you think Keelan Cole can be a genuine low-end wide receiver 1 or more of a good wide receiver 2? Did he put up the numbers he did last year because of lack of receiving options? He put up pretty good numbers last year. A lot of that was because he was a pretty good deep threat. He was the one guy that was actually getting open deep for us, but it's hard to project it's so hard to project the wide receivers this year just because we have 5 guys that are pretty good. Hold on, let me get this. We got a troll in here. There we go. All right, cool. I muted this DeAndre Hopkins guy. He seems to be kind of trolling, and we all need these trolls out here. You know what I'm saying? But thanks guys for letting me know. But yeah, Keelan Cole, he was getting open deep a lot. You saw, of course, the Seahawks game, he had that really long catch. Against Houston, he had a couple really long ones. Of course, in the playoffs, he had that super clutch deep ball. But, yeah, that was, I expect good things out of Keelan Cole. It's just, like I said, it's so hard to project these guys. We have a lot of good wide receivers in there. But if everybody is healthy, I would probably expect Dante Moncrief to be the leading receiver just because he's got the most experience. He's got the wide receiver number 1 kind of body. But yeah, that's kind of what I expect. Let's see what else we got in here. But yeah, if anybody wants to call in last minute, I'm probably head out of here in about 5 minutes. I got work tomorrow, unfortunately, which sucks, but it's a part of life. Gotta keep the lights on. Got to keep the Wi-Fi going so I can do this. Jag fan wants to see the doggy. What's up, Bo? You guys want to see my dog? What's up, Bo? What's up, Bo? All right, sorry. Have to get a shout out to my dog. What's up, buddy? What's up, Bo? What's up, Bo? All right, that's my dog. He's a huge Jag fan. So, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, let's see what else we got going on in here. Falcons Fury says, all right, I see a UCF. Let's see. Damn, someone deleted it. But yeah, I'm gonna probably just end the chat here. We were going on probably about an hour and 10 minutes. But yeah, guys, thanks for joining me today. These live streams are gonna be a lot of fun once the season starts. Just because I'll be able to. It'll give you guys a good chance to kind of air some of your grievances. Yeah, so it's gonna be a lot of fun, man. But yeah, thanks guys all for watching. Shout out to everybody watching this on demand. I know you're out there, but yeah, go Jaguars, guys. Peace.